A lot of people said these were the sneaker of the year for 2024. What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Sneaker Circle. It is your boy Danny back with another review. And in today's review, I am going to be going over one of the colorways for the Kids of Immigrants x Nike Air Max Sunders. Before I get into all of that, let me just say Happy New Year. Welcome to 2025. I'm a bit late when it comes to this review. I got these off of the second restock. They arrived during that holiday season. I was crazy busy. Didn't get to do a proper review on these, but I have my thoughts. It's crazy to think that this was the one sneaker a lot of people were agreeing on. I also think it's an amazing collaboration, but there is one con. So let me unbox these and let's get straight into it. So this is one of the two colorways we saw release in this collaboration. Here we have the sundown, sunset, the lowering sun, that violet colorway. This one was exclusive to just Kids of Immigrants, so the only way you could get these was through their website. These are a fantastically done sneaker. Now, I've always liked Sunders when it came to like all the releases we've been seeing this year, all the GRs. These being the first collaboration I see use the model as well, so it's kind of cool. So for this review, I did want to talk a little bit about the brand itself, this collection, and overall my opinions on the Sunder model, because I think that's the only part of this collection that really could have been better. Like, I would have seen all this beautiful work done on a different Air Max maybe. And I already showed you the box, but here we have one of the retro boxes kind of done up in a special way. So right there we got their branding, Kids of Immigrant with the swoosh. You're gonna have another hit right there besides the stars. And then right here on the inside you do have that 3062. And then just do it together, which is a modified tagline that this brand has been pushing with this collaboration. So putting that right here, let's talk a little bit about the brand in question. This is their first Nike collaboration and they did a fantastic job at this. I think these and even the orange pair that accompanied these, beautiful. The brand was founded in 2016 by two different children of immigrants. The brand is based in LA. They have a whole support your friends and other initiatives that they really highlight with their collections, with their pieces, and I don't think this is any different from that train of thought or that concept. The pieces usually promote cultural narratives, which this shoe itself and the orange one is racked with. This is how they decided to add their touch to a Nike sneaker, and not just any sneaker, a sneaker Nike's been trying to promote this year like crazy. Retail on these is currently $190. Resell is a whole different story. That's, I think, close to $400 right now in most cases, most sizes. It does come in two colors I mentioned. So this is that violet, the sundown, and then there's a sunrise pair, which would be this one right here. I really wanted this pair, but after finally owning these in person, I'm not convinced the Sunder is a model that I can comfortably wear. This did come from their second release. So they had an initial wave through the EQL raffle system. I didn't manage to get any pairs that time, but on the second time they did it closer towards the end of December, I managed to hit on, well, this pair. Taking a look at the materials, everything is this synthetic, almost like a polyester. So zip it down if you're feeling a little, naughty. That inside, which is kind of a mesh inner sock. So this sneaker comes in two layers. I can put my finger through, whoa, pause. I can show you just how much of a divide there is between the outer sleeve and the inner sleeve. It goes all the way to basically the front of the shoe. Like I can do it to all the way, like my finger's right there, but I'm still not on the inside of the sneaker, if that makes sense. So it's like a shoe within a shoe, which I know Sunder just released a Gore-Tex model. That has to be fantastic if you're someone who's looking for like weatherproofing sneakers or waterproof sneakers. And all in all, it's an incredibly interesting shoe. It's a bit bulky, but I know that doesn't push off a lot of people. It doesn't push me off. I actually like it. The only problem is the fit on this is insanely narrow. And that's my only con. I will tell you exactly why that's a con, but just finishing this up, like I mentioned, you do have that zipper system right here. On the inside, you actually have different text. So you have Kids of Immigrants right here on one side. You actually have like a name tag right here on the other one. So name and then where you're from. I'm still on the fence if I'm going to keep these. I really want to, but the fit is just convincing me not to. Now, initially, I thought the only part of the sneaker that isn't synthetic was going to be this like toe cap right here, but I do think this is just a synthetic suede as well, which for $190, it's kind of crazy. You're not getting anything natural, but I don't think that's a deal breaker. You see a lot of running, like pro running sneakers as well at like $250, $280, almost $300, all synthetic because they serve a purpose. And I think the tech in this is where that cost goes. Right here, we do have little hits of that K, followed by a Nike right there. Same material as the toe box. You do have little hints of 3M right here. That's always appreciated. Then you have these bright orange details with swooshes on them. So on the sole, you also have this Kids of Immigrants. Nice little touch. It is a clear sole, so that will age over time with wear, but I don't think that really matters. Something we haven't seen in other Sunders is right here, this like grid pattern. It's actually supposed to represent the globe. If you look at the additional accessories of the shoe, you do have this sticker right here, Kids of Immigrants. You see it right there. And then you actually have this Global Connect card. It is a Nike card, so you have that swoosh back there. Yeah, it's right there. Super nice. I remember my mom always buying these so she could call her mom. It's like, wow, crazy. On the card itself, you do have that together messaging, you have Nikes, you have Kids of Immigrants, and the actual globe is what these lines are supposed to represent. Because on the globe itself, on the card, and in most typography, you do see that representing latitude, longitude, stuff like that. And that's exactly what you see representing here. So I think it's a crazy cool sneaker, crazy cool concept, very at home with what the brand is about, what the brand represents. I love that. I love it when brands can just put their everything into a sneaker without necessarily being, in my opinion, too overly done about it. So if you look at Prime A Ma Maniere, I love the way the 3s came out, those 1s came out. I love the messaging behind it, but then it kind of started losing its story, the when you were asleep, and I felt like it just lacked a message. Like it was just the same stuff over and over and over again. And the last little detail is right here on the right shoe. I'm not going to take the insole out. It does have Nike's tagline of just do it, but then it has Kid of Immigrants tag together. So I definitely understand why this is sneaker of the year. They even have their last 4 digits here, which I think if I remember right, when you used to use these phone cards, you'd have to use a digit system that you would scratch off on the back to access the amount you paid for. My gripe with these is sizing. So these are a size 11. I normally do 10.5 in almost everything. On my Air Maxes, 10.5. 95s, I wear those in a size 11 because it's really comfortable that way. I sized up because I heard these run snug. I sized up to an 11, thinking I'd be good. But it's all synthetic, so it's not a natural material. It doesn't stretch. It won't break in over time. This is almost impossible to get into, this opening right here. So my problem with these is that they don't fit necessarily small lengthwise. They fit very narrow. And it's crazy to say because it's a bulky sneaker, but it's basically 2 sneakers in one. You have the outer layer right here, and then you have the inner layer. That inner layer, that little cage system it has, kind of like a Huarache or an Air Jordan 7. It's just impossible to wear. So like once I have these on, if I have the thinnest socks available, I can wear them pretty all right. Which is why I'm kind of considering keeping them, because I don't think I can size up to an 11.5. My toe already has so much space in the front, where if I go 11.5, I'm gonna be doing laps. My toes are gonna be fighting each other. That's gonna be crazy. But all in all, this sneaker is so dope. Like everything about it, every single touch about it. I'm thinking since the orange pair is a little easier to get, a little cheaper to get, maybe I'll try an 11.5 if I can find a good trade. If I can find a good price, maybe retail, because even at retail, $190, $210 after tax and ship. It's such a commitment for a shoe that might not fit very comfortably unless you're someone with a very narrow foot, or I guess if you have a normal standard size foot. As someone with a wide foot, these suck. And that's just saying, like I go wear super thin socks, I could get my foot in there. This zipper ain't coming past halfway. It's right there. That's it. So it does remind me a lot of Asics Gel 3s. I love Asics Gel 3s. I love earlier collaborations. I don't really love the GRs too much because I think they butcher them. But the collaborations, what Figa's done, what Packer's done, and all those other good brands, highs and lows, beautiful shoes. But I wear them and the tongue's just like yelling at me. Like I see my whole foot. It's crazy. And I get the same vibes from these, which is unfortunate because I really do like them. I want this to be my sneaker of the year, but because it's a Sunder and because I don't necessarily like Sunders, it's still like on my top 3, top 5, even if I really want to push it that low. I just love everything about it except the shoe itself. All right, but besides the point, I really hope Nike gives Kids of Immigrants more work. I hope maybe Adidas reaches out, maybe New Balances. I want to see what they can do. I'd love to see how they can incorporate their messagings, their life stories, their experiences, their culture, all in just the sneakers that they release, maybe the clothing that they release, or the people they work with even. There is no other shoe that released like this year. I love it. There's probably one other, just one sneaker where I just had to get my hands on them. All right, so unfortunately no on feet. I don't really feel like wearing these for the video. I'm still on the fence if I'm just gonna get rid of them or try to size up to that 11.5, which I don't know. I don't want my toes to be like reaching for the tip of it. It's just wild. But that's where I'm gonna end this video. Thank you for tuning in. Really wish I could have put this out, but man, the end of the year for me was crazy. I'll see you guys in the next video. It's gonna be coming soon because it's a sneaker I really wanted to grab. Finally came in after the new year, and I can't wait to show it to you. That's probably on my top 3. I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. Be easy, and I love you guys. Bye.